Okay, we're back, and some good news. There's a new patch released for Void Starcross. Sorry, Void Starcross for Astrox Imperium. So if you haven't updated on Steam, if you are playing, make sure you update. It does fix some bugs, especially with missions. You might have heard me talking about how there wasn't very much variety of missions on here. Apparently, that was a bug that has been fixed because now we've got all sorts of new, well, I'm not going to say all sorts of new missions, but we definitely have some missions that we're missing, like scan missions for recon and escort missions, and there's more missions for going and killing raiders and not just going and murdering innocent people. So we're going to practice one of these. Let's do a scan mission first. This one's pretty close. So this is judicial scan mission. It says gather scan data on the target corporate dock in Hunu and return to Biomet University in Void Starcross. And some other changes in the patch. Apparently there was some pre-work done on having planets in the game. I mean, you're not going to be able to land on the planets. I think it's just mainly for cosmetics. There's some pre-work on there, so if you're flying around and you notice some new stuff in space as part of it. There was also a bug fix that I found out. I accidentally built a space station and I was having some problems with my people working at the space station. I asked about it on the Steam forums and the developer said, hey, send me your save file. I sent him my save file and he found the bug and fixed it in the very next patch. It was like 24 hours between when I reported the bug and when it's fixed. Obviously that's not going to happen all the time. They do monthly updates, but this is more than enough proof if you're wondering whether this game is worth buying. As of January 2022, OMG, the devs are still working hard on the game. And it's not like other big games where if there's a bug, it doesn't go fixed for 6 months. So let's go do the scan mission. Required that you locate an object in space and scan it. I have an active scanner mod because I was looking for wormholes. I'm going to tell you right now, wormholes are kind of a mess. I'm not saying it's a mess because there's anything wrong with them in particular. I'm just saying that they're a mess because when I finally found one and scanned it down, I get murderized immediately as soon as I go in it. So right now I'm rocking 3 ships, 3 new ships in my fleet. I've been bouncing around with my ships in my fleet because I practiced having a little mining outpost just to see what that was like. I'm going to do another playthrough. I'm probably going to stream that on Twitch where I just do mainly mining and corporate stuff, building star bases and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'll release that as a separate thread of playthroughs on YouTube or if I'll just leave that on Twitch and stream when I have time. I'm not really comfortable streaming on Twitch right now. I don't mind talking on YouTube, but talking on Twitch is a whole different matter. So we're going to go through here, we're going to go to Hunu, and we're going to scan this. You can see I've got an active scanner down here. It was kind of, I'm not going to say it was super expensive, but it was, you know, it might not be something you can buy first off. But if you join the recon faction when you first join the game, or recon career, you might have it from the get-go. Most of the stuff in the game is not too expensive to begin with. So we're going to fly over to Hunu, and from what I understand, all I should have to do basically is target the corporate headquarters and then the corporate dock and then scan it and then go to Biomet University and Void Starcross and collect my payment. Now another change in the patch is that pilots have been the amount of money you have to pay for them has been jacked up a little bit. I can't see his actual payroll here. But yeah, their payroll's been jacked up a little bit. Now you can give him a scan auto task. I don't know who. I mean, I guess that means he just runs around the sector scanning stuff. We'll play with that in a little bit. I'm going to do my own scanning at the moment. So yeah, it looks like there's apparently you can go and scan specific ships. So I need to find this particular corporate dock in here. And it looks like it created a whole new corporate dock for this. I don't know why it just didn't. And they kind of look like all those ships just spawned in the same spot all at once and are now moving around, which is fine with me. Alright, Zoom back in, go up here to this corporate dock, get close enough to it to scan it. Should be a pretty simple mission. It's only paying 50K. Yeah, the pilots, undock. Because I had automatic docking turned on, so it was automatically docked me. And apparently some of the docks had some scripting errors in them. If you want to talk to an NPC, it would say something like, "Hi, this is scripting error." Apparently that's been fixed too. Various other things. Raiders are supposed to have a better chance of dropping some good loot. That was one of my concerns, was that what was mainly a concern when there wasn't any raider missions. I mean, you can go to some sectors and wait for raiders to spawn, but when they did spawn, it really wasn't worth fighting them because they didn't give you anything. Alright, so this is what happens when you scan a corporate dock. It just gives you information about it, tells you who owns it, what faction it belongs to. Stuff like that, this location in space, stuff like that. So now that we have that pretty simple mission, all we have to do is go back to Void Starcross, go back to Biomate University and Void Starcross and collect our space bucks. And since we have 3 combat pilots with us now, I think I'm paying, I don't know what my payroll is actually going to be, but it's pretty big. It's not, I mean, it's a few thousand a cycle now. So if I'm going to keep these dudes with me, I need to be making money. I can't just be hanging out. I can't be hanging out in the lounge talking to green-skinned Altarian women. I need to be out earning those space bucks. So that was a scan a structure mission. Let's make sure we actually get our money for it. A game like this, if you ever want to contact the developers, a good way to do that is to post a question on Steam. It seems in the discussion section on the Steam boards. You can probably send them an email directly, but you can post a bug or an issue, and then somebody might come along and say, "Hey, that's not a bug. You just need to do this." They're pretty open about stuff. I mean, there's a few guys working on this game. They don't keep anything locked down. If you can fix it by just going and saying, "Hey, just go edit your text file like this," they'll help you with that stuff too. So I got my 57,000 credits. So that was pretty good payday. Let's see what this mission. Assassinate inexperienced officer. Okay, so here's the new one. We got escort missions. Execute privateer. Exterminate 4 skilled raiders in Cliff of Dramaria. Alright, so we know what that's pretty much gonna be. Just go there and kill these guys. So let's go to let's do this escort mission. Escort missions require the escort a ship from point A to point B. The target ship must survive the journey intact and in time before the mission objective is considered complete. So we've got 3 hours basically to take in 5 jumps. So let's do the escort mission. So we are going to Temple Gates. So undock. Temple Gates is right next to us, I believe. Temple Gates, yep, so we're going to Acrondia Hub and Temple Gates. I don't know if we have to dock and pick up the ship or if the ship will just be waiting for us. So we have to escort him to Jala, which is not too far away. Starting to get, now if you know the name of a sector, you can just type it in up here. Jala, search. It's in the labor sector. You can see it's right there. So we're going from Temple Gates to Jala. Look like it's going to be 3 or 4 jumps at most. The bug, there's a bug where you can pretty much have your afterburners on full time, holding down the shift key. It's not doing any damage to my ship. It's not draining any energy or anything like that. I don't know if the devs are aware of that or not, but I forgot to bring it up. It's not really a game-breaking bug, I don't think, but somebody will mention it to them. Or maybe one of them will watch this video and see it. We're going to head on over to Acrondia Hub. Pick up our dude. Alright, so there's a Acrondia Hub. Head over that way. And I mentioned in other videos about a game called X4. I started playing that a little bit again last night. I'm going to tell you, X4, it is a sandbox game like this, but it's much more complicated, and since it's much more complicated, it also has a much steeper learning curve. If you're just looking for a game where you can fly around ships, blow up things, build your own little star bases and stuff like that, Astrox is good for it. If you want to get really deep into having chain missions and stuff like that. So my escort target has joined the fleet. Alright, so rookie. Alright, so there's his ship. One of these is his ship. I don't know which one is his ship. Oh, I guess it's that tiny. No, that's not it. Alright, so undock. Let's see if we see him. Alright, so it looks like he's got a bigger ship than we do. He's got. Look at this. This dude needs an escort. We're going 4 jumps, and he needs an escort. Jala. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if these escort missions are automatically going to spawn bad guys. I mean, if it's just a matter of flying alongside this dude from one system to the other, I mean, it's going to be a whole huge chunk of money for essentially nothing. I mean, we have 3 hours to get this dude just a few sectors, and since I can use my infinite boost, I don't know why I said 2 hours and 58 minutes. I guess the clock starts ticking as soon as you accept the mission. He's a level 22. I mean, look at my little mercs. They're level 4. He's got a bigger ship, more guns. I don't know what he needs an escort for unless he's wanted by the law. Alright, so we're continuing on our way. We're heading into Starport Ramos. No baddies in here. Never any baddies in Void Starcross. By the way, this is where I found the wormhole. And I thought, hey, the wormhole's in the newbie system. It must be an easy wormhole. Nope. You have entered the wormhole. You are dead. Would you like to reload your game? And I tried going back into the wormhole and using the infinite afterburner bug to try and kite the enemies, but nope, simply just too many of them. So I need a much bigger fleet. Maybe further along in the game I can find even bigger ships. Look at the event manager here in a little bit just to show you some stuff that can happen. It's kind of neat. It can give you clues about stuff going on in the game. Some of it's just for flavor. I don't know if they're planning on doing anything with it. Alright, so here we are. We're in Fort Ramos. Alright, so 560 port payroll. Okay, so apparently payroll might be bugged too, because I'm pretty sure that that's supposed to be 5,640 at least. I mean, if you look at a warp gate fee, it was 2,000 credits. I mean, it costs 5 times as much just to use this warp gate as it does to have 3 combat ships follow me around. So that might be an issue. I'll have to go and double check that in a second. Alright, so here we are. Escort to Gemini Mining in Jala. There's Gemini Mining. Alright, let's head on over there. Now, since I've got my 3 combat ships, I'm not going to do any sort of mining missions or anything like that, because that would be kind of pointless. Alright, there we go. 55,000 credits and 2 skill points, plus 1,500 experience points. Now this is something, I mean, doing these missions is the best way to get the experience. You need the experience. Every time you level up, you get a ton of skill points. Skill points are going to be needed to make your fleet larger. Merc negotiations, you can have a skill that makes your mercs cost even less, which I have not seen a need for much. I'm going to look at my fleet here for a second. Payroll 198 per hour. Payroll 198 per hour. So I think that was lounge. This one doesn't have. I think that's supposed to be 1980 per hour. So I need to bring that up. I know that mercs were balanced. Were supposedly updated. So I think that is a little bit too cheap. There's no missions at this particular place. So we're going to undock and we're going to go back towards. Let's go Starport Ramos. I know there's something in Starport Ramos. Damon Ammunitions. Costs to jump out of Starport Ramos, but doesn't cost anything to jump into Starport Ramos. That's interesting. Alright, so that was the escort mission. As you can see, easy peasy. I could have done that in my newbie ship. 50,000 credits. And the skill points, which is the big thing. If I ever figure out a good way to spend them. I've been just doing all sorts of crazy stuff in this game. Just trying to keep you people entertained. Alright, let's go to Damon Ammunitions. Still haven't seen anything related to a planet around anywhere nearby. I've seen some much bigger asteroids. Let's look at this lounge. So this mercenary here, payroll 352. But he's just a tiny little level 1 dude, so I can understand that. If I hired him, I probably can't hire him. I don't have the required skills. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. Do we have anything at this university? It's interesting. Ship shield systems. Ship shield. I don't have any launchers at the moment. Alright, this is interesting one I've noticed. This skill requires merc negotiation skill trained to level 1. This skill allows you to find mercs that don't go out of their way. It says merc rating required 3.5%, so I don't know what that does. I'm just going to go ahead and buy 1 level of it and see if it... So maybe there's some mercenaries that you need just a higher faction rating before they'll even display. I don't know. Alright, so here's the event manager I was talking about. You can see it lists some things in here. There's a lot of stuff in here that's I haven't found much use for. You can see demand for weapons rise in science region. So maybe if you're selling weapons, it's a good chance for you to go and sell them there. I haven't seen anything about these people that have been well known for his negative stance against the enforcement faction. Alright, so if you're a trade member and you have a low standing with enforcement, it might be a more chance to get attacked. I haven't seen anybody. I can't imagine getting to a certain faction level where people would be coming to kill you like that. Then over here you can see energy burst in Ella has locals looking for a possible wormhole. Now this is what got me searching for the wormhole before in the first place. I went to, it said Ballast Crow was where the wormhole was, so I went there and I couldn't find it. Salvage discovered passing through Kid Overture, so if you have a salvage beam on your ship, you can go and get some salvage on there. Starlight reduction. This is just environmental effects, which really only matter if your ship is taking damage to the point where you have to rely on your life support. So yeah, stuff like that. So some of these things seem to just be there for yeah, this is just more stuff relating to the environment. So if you're in those systems, the environmental effect on your life support is going to be different. Now let's see if they have missions here. Collect a small debt. Collect payment. I don't know how you collect the payments. I don't know if you just have to fly up to them and kill them or what. Alright, frag all skilled raiders in Janjo Lexa and return to Gek Mining Outpost. Janjo Lexa, I don't even know where that is. Okay, and scan the Galaxy, John say. Some of these I don't even recognize. Track and scan the target labor united structure. Track it down, scan privateer Nobo. Alright, so let's try this one. Now we're just going to scan this privateer. So this is same as the other one, but he's pretty close. LSR is not too far away, and Gandaria is not too far away. LSR. LSR. Alright, so there we go. So it's 4 warp jumps away. So here we go. So we did a scan a station mission, we did an escort mission, now we're going to do a scan a pilot mission. None of these have been difficult so far. Got 2 hours to get it complete. I think we'll get it done. I think we'll get it done. Now, as is the way, when I first, right before I made this video, I opened up a mission tab in one of these stations, and there's like a dozen of them to go kill a certain raider. And then now that I'm here with you guys, the raider missions aren't so active. But I remember where I was. I was at Blargs, which is in the enforcement sector. So I might go back to Blargs. I love that name. I might go back to Blargs and see if he's got raider kill missions. Because we want to see if they have better loot. That's the thing. They're supposed to have better loot drops. There's a loot table Just like when you go and kill monsters in other games, they drop loot, and sometimes you have a chance to get a really good chunk of loot. So apparently the raiders weren't dropping very good loot. Some people mentioned, and so the dev is like working on it. Going to Dogstar Prime. Woof. Ruff, ruff. Dogstar Prime, Canis Major. Now I did see, I don't know if this is in the video or not. At one of the recon centers, I was talking to an NPC and he mentioned something about dead space. Dead space is he says sometimes if you fly away from the beacon in the middle of the sector, sometimes you'll run into weird things. So I tried it the other day. I just set my ship flying off into deep space, didn't run into anything weird. When I said, like I said in another video in Astrox Hostile Space Excavations, the predecessor to this game, you could fly literally from system to system without using the warp gates. I don't know if you can do that in this game. I would guess not. It's just my guess. But sometimes when you'd be, like if you was flying from Void Starcross to another system, you know, you could spend maybe 10 minutes flying directly from one system to the other without using a warp gate. And sometimes you'd run into stuff out there. But it was mainly just raiders. I mean, it wasn't like there was a special super duper quest out there or anything. At least I never ran into. But something that could be interesting to look forward to. Now, I don't know if there's a plot. Like I said, I mean, I've gone to the... There's nothing that shows up on my missions. Seems to be directing me to do anything. I mean, it seems like there would be a plot to figure out who sabotaged the original thingamabob. Who sabotaged Astrox. Who sabotaged the Imperium thing, or why it blew up. Right, so are we in LSR yet? Right, so we're in LSR. We need to scan Privateer Nel Jalissima. Alright, so let's scroll out. Privateer. Yep, there he is right there. Make sure friendly fire is off so we don't accidentally start shooting him. And it's shooting at him. I'm going to go ahead and activate my scanner. See if this makes him mad at us or not. I'm curious to see if it's going to show like if he has cargo or not too. That would be interesting. Something else I want to investigate soon is these things called burglar drones, which can supposedly latch onto another ship and steal a module. I'm curious to see how NPCs are going to react to having a module disappear off of their... Alright, so he docked. Is he going to undock at any point? Or did he run away because we docked, because we came in here? I'll give him a minute and then I'll leave the sector and come back in. It's not him. No, let's go back into Dogstar Prime. So next time we might want to use our super duper speed bonus to see if we can catch him. My scanner is still on. Yeah, sometimes your scanner just stays on and just starts scanning everything you touch. Alright, his first name is Nauo. Oh, and one other thing about the wormhole. Alright, so like I said, I went into the wormhole 2 times and I got blown up both times. First time I went into the wormhole, the warp time was like 7 seconds. The second time I went into the wormhole, the warp time was like 1.5 minutes. So... I don't know if that's a bug or a feature or what. I mean, you are going into an entirely different unknown area of space, but thought that it was just a little bit crazy. That's not him. That's not him. Oh, that is him. Turn on the scanner. I don't know how close we have to get to him. I can't tell if he's going for a station or not. It's going to make this very difficult if every time we come into a system he just docks up. Yeah, it looks like we're close enough to him where we can scan him. I don't know if he's going to run towards the system. Alright, looks like he's going up now. Doesn't look like he's going anywhere in particular. So maybe we'll get a scan on him this time. No, Jalimis Mahari. Mission objectives complete. Dreamstar in Gendaria. Gendaria. Where are you at? You're 6 warp jumps away. Alright, but how much are we getting for this? 109 space bucks. Good. Alright, there's our 564 in payroll, which is dirt cheap. None of my pilots have gone up a level yet. We got 3 skill points for being out in space for so long. So you get skill points for leveling up, which we're probably level up after this mission. We got 17 skill points unallocated at the moment. I mean, the most expensive skill point allocations I've had so far are the fleet commander, which allows me to have more pilots in my fleet, which is going to be important if I'm ever going to go into those wormholes. But yeah, so it's gonna be a long time before I can have a fleet of like 10 ships or something, unless I can find a way around the skill point cost. Go into Felishar. Not see anything in here that looks like a planet. Let's see if there's anything in Felishar that looks like a planet. Looks like a planet to me. Sometimes you can see your ships going through the warp gate. Sometimes you, oh, maybe I went into full screen. No, my ship just disappeared. Oh my god, this is a 17-second warp. Maybe this is what people were talking about. I guess there's some sort of random RNG aspect to warping. What it is, I don't know. Like I said, the longest warp I ever had to worry about was that 1.5-minute warp going into the wormhole. Never had anything longer than like maybe 20 seconds in the going from system to system. Here we are in Felishar. Don't see anything that looks like a planet. I see a nice looking sun over there. Good lighting effects in here. Blue is my favorite color. What's your favorite color? Put your favorite color in the comments below. The algorithm will love that. Alright, so here we are. Still got a few more jumps, so we'll go and just make sure this one works. And that'll be our 30 minutes for this video. Testing out the new missions, making sure they're working. So we did scan a station, scan a ship, escort. This is going to be 109,000 when we're looking at 600, 1,800 an hour total for hiring our mercs. I mean, we're printing money here, people. If you're ever looking for a way to retire, this is the way it is. Go into space. If you got a couple thousand sitting in the bank, just go to space. Hire some mercs and go out and start doing these missions. I mean, if I played this game full time, I could be richer than Elon Musk here soon. I mean, if you look at the time remaining, 1 hour and 55 minutes. That means we've been working on this mission for 5 minutes. 109,000. So that's over 20,000 space bucks a minute so far for this mission. Probably going to come closer to about 18,000 space bucks a mission for this mission per minute. For this mission, by the time we get to Gendaria. This is all safe space. Some nicer asteroids there. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you're looking to start your own little mining company, once you build your silo, you can build your silos close to stations. There are some stations that just pay ridiculous amounts of money for ore. I mean, right there in Void Starcross, the initial one, the Proctor Center pays good money for ore. Blargs pays good money for ore, and they're in a sector that has more than just adamite. So get yourself some mercenaries and head on over there. So my pilots are finally leveling up. So where am I going in here? I'm going to Dreamstar. Ooh, there's raiders in this system. How many raiders? Alright, this is a good way to end this mission. end this little activity here is to either get blown up or to have some fun blowing up. I can't tell how many raiders there are. It looks like there's 3 raiders, 2 frigates. Alright, so guess we'll find out if our mercs are gonna earn their money this. They're far away. I think this one's closest, right? Alright, let's go after this guy. He's closest. Do I have my drones on me? I have drones. Select and launch all. Engage target. There goes my drones. Alright, so my friends are firing now. My guns are very short range. I guess my drones are up there fighting. It's hard to see them sometimes. Alright, so this guy's going down pretty fast. Guess I should target the other ones. I don't know what the others are my drones. Let's go after this guy next. He's closest. I don't know why my drones are acting like that. I guess I just ran out of range of my drones or something. Alright, let's go and do... My drones are just out there. Don't know what's going on with that. Luckily between me and my... Let's see, that looks like drones. Those red beams look like my drones are fighting. But I don't know. I'm guessing they're up there. Alright, he's dead. I'll go after this frigate. Now I have not taken any damage yet. Fleet is not taking any damage yet. Drones, engage target. Yeah, he's going down. Can't tell if my drones are up there doing anything or not. Doesn't look like we're in any sort of danger. No. And that is the end of that chapter. Alright, so select and dock. Alright, so there should be some loot now. Let's see what our loot is going to look like. Get in there. Alright. Alright, so I don't know what's going on with my drones. My drones apparently decided that I wasn't paying them enough. I guess they saw how much. Alright, look at all this. Look at all that. Alright, generic gun, tactical launcher, ore harvester, and junk parts. The junk parts take up a lot of space. Alright, so let's go to this ship loot. We got 2 other ship loots. I hope that guy's not planning on stealing our ship loot. I would hate to have to feed his butt. 2 salvage collectors, some bottled whiskey, and up here. I thought those were our drones. I guess I don't know. I mean, if I tell them to select and dock, they're just sitting out there doing nothing for some reason. So why my drones? Ooh. Epic. Ooh, and I have 460,000 credits. That can't be right. Is that what it said? Let me see that. Yeah, it looked like there was 460,000 credits in that particular thing. And I got an epic prototype mass reduction module, which is going to... And look, we got more raiders. I can't even select my drones, but I am going to go up here and kill these raiders. Because of all that loot we just found, I would be crazy not to. But I am going to go ahead and dock with Dreamstar real quick. Just so we can get this mission over with. And that way, if we get blown up by these raiders, then we'll be... I can't figure out what happened to my drones. My drones is just all dead out there. See if they come back to the bay when I dock. Sometimes these things reset. Alright, 109,000 credits. Alright, let's go fight these. Make sure I save. Alright, undock. Let's go kill these other drones. I mean, these other dudes. Shows my drones as being active. There are a lot of these dudes now. I'm level 3 now. Go ahead and target these guys. Alright. Drones. Select all drones. Engage target. It says my drones are going to engage them, but I don't think my drones are even awake. I don't think my drones are even awake. You can't get away from me, buddy. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Go after this dude. Everything's fine as long as my energy stays up. Go ahead and target these dudes. That looks like a bigger ship. Maximum targets. I don't need to have Dreamstar targeted. So we're killing this dude off. Doing pretty good. Drones. I don't know what's going on with my drones. That is quite the big explosion. This dude is close. More raiders. How much is the level of this sector? 7.7. We might get overwhelmed. We might have to go for... We might have to beat feet and get out of here if it gets too bad. Fleet energy levels are still okay. If we start taking damage, we'll get the heck out of here. Ooh, somebody shot at me. Took some damage to my shields. This guy's going down. This guy's next closest. He's a frigate. Got a frigate and an escort. My shields are back to normal now. Everybody's still got pretty good energy levels. Drones, I don't know what they're doing. Drones, select all drones, engage target. Drones are not doing crap. Sorry for the language. Yeah, here we go. My energy level's at 53%. Then we got the escort. I think the escort is not that big of a ship. So we have more pirates. Not pirates, more raiders. Looks like the same size a raider group. Yep. Alright. Go up here and finish off this dude. Yeah, 564 in payroll. That's fine. Yeah, he was dead pretty quickly. Yeah, he had 399,000 credits. You saw how easy he went down. The drones are just chilling. Go down here and get this loot while these other raiders are coming in. There's no major danger from them at the moment. Looks like it's taking... Here's the thing, there's like some of these crates, I can't tell if I've opened them yet or not. But so far we're doing, I mean, look at all that money we made from that. 26,000 credits. Premium shield generator. Alright, we can't even carry all this stuff. So now we're going to have to go and dock because we've got too much loot. So maybe the loot tables were adjusted a little bit too high, maybe? I don't know. There's no market here. And there's no storage here. Well, that's unfortunate. So, I don't even know where the nearest station is that has actual storage. Let's go finish off these dudes and we'll come back and pick up these things. Anyway, that's where I'm going to end this video for now because we've gotten pretty far. Thanks for watching.